Well, hi. This is Mike Owens, Big O's Moto. It's been a minute since I've seen y'all last. How about I give y'all an update? But first, we need to cue the music. Hello again. I hope everybody's doing all right. It's December. Hope everybody's getting ready for Christmas. It's been a few months since I've been on the air. If you wonder why I'm squinting, look like I got a Hollywood spotlight in here. I'm in the garage. It's cold outside, and I need better lighting. Garage light don't do so well. And I open the garage, it's too cold. So I got my shop light out here. Makes me look like in Hollywood or something. But anyway, good to be back. Hope everybody's all right. Give y'all an update. You think, well, where's he been? It's been a few months. Yes, it has been a few months since I've done a video. And the reason being is I've got parts scattered out. Well, I got parts on the way back home. If you remember the last video, I sent my cylinder and my crank. I sent it to Kenny at Rat Racing in Texas City, Texas. He's had it since the last of September. We run into some problems, and I'll update that part when I get the cylinder back. I'm waiting on it to come back in the mail because he has some issues with that. And in between that, I haven't done a whole lot, but I've been working on other things, and I've got some video footage I'll put up on this video drop that you can see I've done in the last few weeks. But first, well, before we get to parts, I hope your 2020's probably been as crazy as mine. I've got a little bit of a rant with our postal service and eBay, and I don't remember the name of the company, but over the summer, I had dropped and broke the clutch basket. See that? It's broke. I couldn't reuse it. That was the OEM clutch basket for the CR250. And I filed the fingers down, if you would. You can file them down and reuse it with your clutch, all your gears and stuff. But since I dropped it, I couldn't use it. So back in June, I went to eBay and ordered a Pro-X clutch from some company, some vendor, I don't remember the name of it, in Ohio. And it showed, when you get a notification on your email or whatever from eBay that your item has been shipped and then your item's been delivered. Well, I got that notification in June. I went out on the front porch. There was no part. I have security cameras, so if somebody drops something on my front porch, I know it. So I contacted eBay, and they reached out to the company, and they hemmed all around and decided this issue was closed because the part was delivered. And I got sideways with eBay and the company and says, look, I paid you $160 for a Pro-X clutch. I know it's probably not your fault, and they informed me that I need to check with the local postal delivery guy. So I did. I went to the post office. The post office said they'd asked our delivery man. I never heard back. So I confronted him out the driveway, and he says, well, I got a lot of packages to deliver, and you see all these packages in the back of this Sprinter van. Yeah, that's your job. It's your job to make sure the package gets to the right place, the right house. People pay money for that. And so I've got issues with the Postal Service. To give an example, my wife ordered some stuff from Chewy.com for her dogs and cats back on Monday. Our stuff from Chewy.com was delivered 3 houses down to our neighbor. That was FedEx because they have 1 digit or 2 digits mailing address to ours. And I find a note in my mailbox from that neighbor that says, your stuff from Chewy.com got dropped on our porch if you want to come down here and get it. So I went down there yesterday or the day before, and I got our 3 big boxes and brought them home so our dogs could eat and the cat and stuff. So anyway, so people make mistakes. I understand that, but when if you're a consumer like me, you pay money for something, you expect it to be delivered to your house, and then when the company and then the vendor, the go-between guy says, "Well, this is not our problem. That's your problem." Yeah, well, you pay money just like I do. You work for a living just like I do. So I'm a little leery. I just hope my cylinder and crank that Kenny sent from Texas City shows up at my house. Because if you are familiar with 2-stroke dirt bikes, a crank and a cylinder together, that's about $600 or $700. Yeah, I hope it shows up. Pray to God. So I went back on eBay and I made sure eBay, you got a bad rating from me because I know people make mistakes, but that was uncalled for. You or the company should have given me half my money back or give me a gift card. Or they did nothing for me. You did nothing for me, eBay and the company in Ohio. Well, I went back and ordered another Pro X clutch basket, and I went with a trusted company that has got their stuff to me. But then again, like I said, this could be the mailman. OEM Cycles out of Lebanon, Tennessee. They're close by, not far up the road, and they got me a new clutch basket. So I got a brand new aluminum clutch basket that's going to go on the bike when all my parts get here. So OEM Cycles in Tennessee, you good people. You make sure you got it, but I hope my little talking to with the mailman corrected the problem that don't happen again. Anyway, enough of the rant. Oh, let's see here. I'm putting my gloves on. Hope everybody's ready for Christmas. Y'all remember my swing arm? I did a video last year, and I asked some guys on the Honda CR Facebook page on how to get these steel bolts out, and I would say weld a nut on it and then spray some penetrating oil on it and back it out. That don't work. I tried that, it didn't work. And then somebody said take an air tool hammer, and I did a video, took an air tool hammer, grind it out. That don't work either. Aluminum steel don't work. I've been a welder in my previous life, so I know what that's about. So a couple months ago, I took it to my old trade school, Gadsden State Community College, took it to the machine shop, and that's something else. If you people live on a budget where things just, you got to do it yourself or do without, or it's going to cost you a lot of money, don't forget about your trade schools and your community colleges. They have students in there working all the time. They need experience. You can get it done for free. So I took it to the machine shop, and they put it on the machine, and they drilled these holes out. And the same day, I had my welding equipment. I go to my trade school, and I practice welding some. And I went straight over to the welding shop. I got on the TIG welder, fired up the TIG welder, put it on aluminum weld, and I filled those up. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill that back out, and I got the inserts to go in it for the swing arm. As you know, swing arm adjuster bolt are a booger. They are a booger and abomination to try to get that old thread out, or the bolt, I should say. See, the bolts are steel. That's why you use anti-seize. So I got a drill bit, got insert, and I got the new bolts. And I've got the anti-seize, which is a paste with brush. I got it in the house, warming it up so it'll get a little thin. It's really thick right now. It's out here in the cold, so I can put them on. Okay, we're gonna do that. In the last few weeks, you'll see in the video, I took this to the welding shop. My old blue flame torch just wouldn't get it hot enough. on this old exhaust. One of these days I'll replace the exhaust on this Pro Circuit. And I got the cutting torch, used oxygen acetylene and just heated that up and put me a blue flame on all the welds, all the way around it. So it's in pretty good shape. Overlook the exhaust Band-Aid. I burn a hole in it, so I don't know how long I'll run this exhaust because it's got some very deep pitted rust, and I don't see Pro Circuit or anybody else, FMF Exhaust, sending me a free exhaust pipe to run on my bike. You know, I'm not one of the popular folks that gets stuff like that or discounted rate. So one of these days I'll buy a new one. So with that, we're going to drill 2 holes, and then what we're going to do today, and I will do that in time lapse because it's going to take a while. I'm going to get all this dinginess off after I drill these out, and I'm not going to put the inserts in until I'm done. Just kind of tap them in with a hammer. I'm going to polish this part of the swing arm. The wine on a dirt bike. I'm going to try to make it look good. I still got some sandpaper, and I'm going to wet sand. Probably just this section. I know I won't do this section because this is where the tire goes. It's going to sling a lot of mud or dirt when you get in the mud, in the dirt. In the bottom side, I'm probably not going to worry about that because you're not going to see that. I'm just going to do the sides and the top that's visible. I doubt I'll do anything back here, but I'm going to use some Brillo pad and a spray bottle and some Dawn liquid soap. Try to get all this old dinginess off and try to make this look new again. So with that, we'll drill some holes and try to make this thing look good. Back in a moment. jump. Make it jump. Almost like welding. Woo, that's hot. Alright, we're back. Change angles. Strap this swing arm to the table over here so I have something to hold to it. Alright, there's a punch. Let's see what we can do. That's drilling. 3/8 drill. Alright, well, I'm going to have to move this. Can't get underneath there. Slide that out. Strap that back in. Trust me, folks, things are about to get real good in the next few weeks. When them parts come in, pray they do, we're going to be putting the engine back together. And after we get the engine back together, we're fixing to put it back in the bike. So try to get us over the hump. It's been almost 2 years since I started this project, believe it or not. And that was in 2018. Let's see. In my life. Woo, keep drilling. What I like about aluminum, it drills easy, it's not like steel. Come on. Spray a little oil on there. Cool that thing down. There we go. Yeah, I can see that. Now we got us a nice round hole. Get all this out of the way. See how this insert looks. Got it in my pocket. No, that's not it. You reach in your pocket and you're trying to find something, you grab the wrong one. Oh yeah. Tap that thing down anywhere with a hammer. We'll be good to go. I'm not going to do that yet. I don't want it to rust because I'm going to be using a lot of water, Brillo pad and all that. I don't want any rust on that insert right there. You can see that. See it. If you can see that, it seats down in there. So put that back in my pocket, and we'll get to the other side. Oh, getting old, dropping stuff on the floor. Had to bend over. Feels like it's a mile away when you get close to 50-year-old. I don't bend over as easy as I used to. Starting to feel my age. If you're 50-year-old or older and you got arthritis, you know what it's like. Yeah, I've been struggling with arthritis lately. The shoulders hurt, and the thumbs hurt. Both of my thumbs hurt all the time. But I gotta keep going. Got to keep going. Sitting around don't do nothing but make you stiff. Let's see. Get that in. Alright. A little oil on there. Put a little oil on the bit. That looks good. Let's see. Let's drill another hole. Grab tell I welded this. There's a lot of aluminum in there. Put that stick in there and they just kept pouring the weld to it. That's a lot of aluminum getting drilled out. Woo! There it goes. Drill it through. We are back in business, folks. And it's going to look good when I get this thing all shined up pretty. That's what it's supposed to look like. Weld that thing up with aluminum. I love welding aluminum. So much easier. And that's the other side. Now we can put a swing arm bolt on it. You can do your chain adjusting. Alright. I got to clean up all this oil and aluminum out of the floor over here so I can make my workplace clean again. And we'll get back with you in just a little bit. Okay, we're back. I've got everything set up. And the sandpaper I'm going to be using, let's see. This is what I got left over from the last time I done this. Got some 600 grit sandpaper, 800 grit, 1500 grit, and all the way down to really fine 2000 grit. So I got a pan of warm water here so my hands don't freeze to death. And we'll start with the 600. I'll start sanding it one side and we'll see what it looks like. And just dip it in some water, start sanding. See how this turns out. But there's some deep scratches on this, and there's a coating on this I got to get off. So, wish me luck. This is going to take a while. Trying to get through this coating and into the metal. This is slow, meticulous work. Let's see what we're doing. Good, this is going to turn out. This bike is being used and abused before I got it. We'll try to get it as shiny as possible. I'm not going to try to get a mirror finish on this because it is a dirt bike. It's not a Harley. It's going to be riding down the highway trying to look pretty. So it's going to be used off-road. We'll see how good we do, good or bad. Okay, after a few minutes, I'm down to, let's see, 800 grit, No, it's 1500 grit. Just to show you where I'm at. Still working on it. It's going to take a little while. That's the difference I got so far. It's better. It could be better. But of course, this thing's got a lot of pits in it. Actually, this swing arm should be vapor blasted, but I don't have a vapor blaster. You can get them, can't afford it. They got them at Harbor Freight for a few $100s, but you got to have a bigger air compressor. I have a little air compressor, and it probably won't push that much air and water to vapor blast it to get all these pits out of it. But that kind of, you see that side I haven't done, and I've done that side. I'm still not done. I still got to put the Brothers aluminum polish to it after I get done with all this elbow grease. So just to give you a little update, see where we're at. That's where we're at. So I'm still polishing away. Be back in a little bit. All right. It's been a long day. I'm fixing to shut her down for the day. It's getting dark. I've worked on this swing arm all afternoon, and I'm still not done. I'm not going to keep boring you with the elbow grease content because it's a lot of work, and I'm not quite where I want to be. So just to show you, polished pretty good, but I got these places right here where that coating, that aluminum coating, is still showing. So I'm going to have to go back and do some more wet sanding to get the rest of that off, and then go back with the mother's aluminum polish and finish that up. I got a spot right there and a spot right there I got to get. And you can see the difference. That my elbow grease and hard work and mother's aluminum polish makes a difference. But still, yeah, if you got the capability and the funds, get you a vapor blaster. You can get the, like I said, one for a few $100s at Harbor Freight, or you can get the really nice ones that cost up into the thousands. That's actually the way to go to get this stuff clean and polished. If I had one, I would have used it to clean this thing up. I had to clean all this out in here because that's where the swing arm bearings go. And there was a lot of shavings from where it got drilled out and it fell down into the bottom. So anyway, next time on the next episode, I'll have all this done and I'll show you what it looks like, finished product. And hopefully tomorrow's Monday that I hope I get a package in the mail. I hope it don't get dropped on somebody else's porch. And then we can get into the engine rebuild, or put the engine back together. We can talk a little motocross history about the difference in the engines, because each manufacturer, they run certain specs for so many years and then they change it. We'll get into all that later. But anyway, I hope y'all have a good Christmas, if I don't forget to tell you in a future video. And I hope that you get all you want for Christmas, and I hope all your packages land on your porch and yours don't land on somebody else's porch, so you don't have that mix up with the Postal Service and FedEx and everybody else. Things happen. That's just life. We deal with that. But you know, I'm still a little sore at eBay. eBay, you can do better than that. Because here's proof. I got $320 in a clutch basket for a dirt bike. I only have one, so eBay can't call me a liar, because right there it sits. I wouldn't order a second one if I had my first one back in June that should have showed up. But with that, I'm done with my rant about shipping and delivering. I hope you like this video. I hope you find it useful. I hope it helps you in your bike project. And please, please, please like this video and subscribe to Big O's Moto. Make it two strokes great again. And I'll see y'all in the next video.